Ariana Grande has said thank you next to her husband and is now dating co-star Ethan Slater. On the set of Wicked, these two met. Reportedly, Ariana was separated from her husband Dalton at the time that they met, and rumored Ethan Slater had been separated from his wife Lily J. They had welcomed a child in August of 2022. It is a messy situation that Amber and I are following very closely, and I think many other people as well. Ariana Grande, has been rumored to not be a girl's girl. I don't think that's so much a rumor. She has a song that goes, "Break up with your girlfriend because I'm bored." Doesn't sound like a girl's girl to me, and that's exactly what Ethan Slater's, wife said. They've now filed for divorce. Divorce is a lengthy process. Many states have like this separation period where you have to be apart, living in separate residences for sometimes like up to 6 months. Divorce in the state of New York can take 9.5 to 11 months on average, this says. It's a state where even when both parties agree on the divorce, it takes 3 months for papers to be filed with the court. So it's a lengthy process, but it sounds like that's not really what was going on. That's not really why they weren't legally divorced. It was because, Ethan Slater's wife apparently thought they were still working on things.
Exactly. And I always say to women, don't get involved with a man even if he's in the process of getting a divorce, because you don't know the terms of their relationship. You only are hearing one side of the story. It's best to wait until the dust has settled. I mean, even just given the fact that divorces are a messy and lengthy process, you shouldn't be with someone whose attention is elsewhere and who is trying to figure out how to separate from someone, especially when there's children involved. This situation is especially gross because Ariana Grande was apparently friends with this couple prior to when her and Ethan Slater started dating. So she was going out to dinner with them. She had met and even held their baby, and yet was fooling around with this guy. And there's some speculation as to whether or not they were even separated when Ariana Grande started seeing this guy. She reportedly had been having problems with her own husband since January, but I think most importantly, this appears to be a pattern of behavior for Ariana Grande. She has been linked with numerous guys who have been in other relationships around the same time as her starting to talk with them. Same situation with Pete Davidson. He was dating Larry David's daughter, Cassie. She said she was shocked that they were dating so quickly after they were apparently on a break, not even a full separation. She got with Mac Miller when Mac Miller was with another woman or had just broken up with her. So time and time again, she seems to be sort of swooping into these other relationships to try to blow them up. And I've been hearing some chatter that, the guy's to blame. Yes, 100%. Anybody who cheats, I think, is a disgraceful person. But as a woman, I think you should have respect enough for your fellow woman that if this man is in a relationship with somebody else, you would decline to get involved in that situation until there is an official breakup. I mean, that's, and not just respect for a fellow woman, but respect for human beings in general, that you would not want to be involved in a home wrecking process. And yet continually she has done this over and over again. I think it speaks to a real lack of character and judgment.
Yeah, it honestly makes me sick to think about all of the young girls who follow Ariana Grande, who have loved her since she was a kid on Disney, and they're looking up to her and thinking maybe this is behavior that's okay, maybe this is something they should go on and do one day. And I understand that women are treated very differently in the press when things like this happen. When a guy is caught cheating or home wrecking or whatever, they don't really get talked about as much. There's a reason I think it's important to talk about this case of Ariana Grande, because as women, when we have this problem where for a period of time we were not allowed to vote, we were not allowed to have bank accounts, there was a very unequal relationship in society between men and women. That allowed men to treat women pretty poorly because we had, no way to get a bank account if not through our husband, right? We were treated kind of like property. We're still fighting a lot of those things. We're still trying to have more equal footing in the workplace, but also at home and in relationships. And so men treating women poorly and cheating on them and maybe, starting to talk to a new girl while they have a girlfriend, I think it's an act of resistance to be an honest woman and to be a girl's girl. That's what being a girl's girl is about. It's important for feminism. It's important for fighting for equality. And when we have people like Ariana Grande, who a lot of young girls look up to acting like this. It doesn't do much for the movement. It's not good for women. That's why I don't like it. That's why I think it's important to talk about.
Yeah, and I remember there was a similar conversation that took place back when Maroon 5 frontman Adam Levine was cheating on his wife. And this woman, Sumner Stroh, came out with the text messages and blew up Adam Levine's spot, basically, which is okay, I guess. I wish he had done it privately with Adam Levine's wife, Bahati Prinsloo, first, because she didn't really give her the opportunity to process the information before it was all over the media. But Sumner Stroh basically played the victim in this situation, claiming she was manipulated. And it's like, yeah, Adam Levine is a scumbag, no question. Yeah. But also, like, have some respect for yourself, have some respect for someone else's relationship, have some respect for Bahati Prinsloo. Like, you were just as much a willing participant in this affair as the man was. And so I just think both parties deserve responsibility in situations like these. And again, a woman who is seeking empowerment or trying to be feminist should have enough respect for themselves to not be someone's side piece, someone's second choice, someone that is kept a secret, right? You should be in a relationship where the man is proud of you, where you are his only option, where you are treating each other with respect and honesty and trust. Not sneaking around undercover because you don't want the wife to find out. I just can't get over how gross it is for anyone involved in these situations, both genders. It's despicable.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, when you have someone like Ariana Grande, who so many girls look up to doing this kind of thing, and then it's this guy that's SpongeBob, it's also like, really?
Yeah.
For him, I'm sorry. But when you look at all of her exes and then you look at SpongeBob, I want to know what this guy's all about. What does she see in him? Is he funny? Why SpongeBob?
Well, and here's the thing. This is why I think it's some kind of pathology or character defect specifically with Ariana Grande. Because this is clearly not a case of like, oh, this particular
dreamy
guy,
man,
he's just so perfect, I can't help myself. It's like one guy after another, and then it's the SpongeBob guy. It's like, okay, clearly you just have a thing for guys who are taken.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's SpongeBob guy with a wife and a kid, and you went to dinner with them, you held the baby, or lunch or whatever, and then you liked Instagram photos of them as a couple.
And they've been together for 10 years.
That is so weird to me. It's weird behavior. It's not just like infidelity and cheating, right? I'm sure Sumner, was obsessed with Adam Levine, thought he was the coolest, thought he was great. She could have just Googled him to figure out what was going on there. I think you know what's up. You can't play innocent. You can't play the victim in this situation. I think you're right that something weird goes on with people where they need to, get involved in other people's relationship and do that. It can't be the case that she genuinely loved these guys every single time, and it was true love and it was meant to be, and that's why they had to break up and these two had to get together. It can't be. It's a pattern of behavior at this point.
Here's what I think is going on in the female brain with women like Ariana Grande who have this pattern of behavior. They see what looks like a healthy, happy relationship. And instead of saying, I want something like that for myself, they say, I want that relationship. That guy's clearly a keeper because he's been with this woman for 10 years. They have a baby. This particular guy has something that I'm seeking because he's able to have this healthy, long-term, normal relationship. Like a normal person would look at that and say, wow, I really hope I get that someday. I'm going to try to date a guy with those same values so that I can experience this relationship. Ariana just cuts straight to the source. She's like, nope, I want this specific one. This is now mine.
Ariana Grande is a Cancer. I'm looking up her astrological sign.
I'm
searching
I thought you
for
meant
answers.
she is a
Why
Cancer,
is she
as
like
in
this?
like.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. In the community of women. Yes, she's a Cancer. Very interesting.
I don't know much about the astrological signs. Can you clue me in on
what your sign is?
Yeah, I'm a Gemini.
You're a Gemini. Okay, interesting. No, a Cancer, very emotional, driven by emotion. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, that kind of fits.
Yeah, it does fit.
Yeah.
She's a very emotional gal.
Yeah. Well, I hope SpongeBob is who she settles with, but I'm not sure SpongeBob will be who she settles with, and she might continue to be a Cancer and go on and say thank you next to the next person.
Well, you know what they say, if they will cheat with you, they will cheat on you.
The community of women is in crisis. We'll continue to report on the matter. More rising after this.